of your head. And it's so easy, it's not even fair. There's been so these guys were like, so they blocked her Facebook and her Twitter and all this stuff, my business Twitter. You're interfering with commerce and contracts, Charles. How many counts will they be charged for you guys doing that to me? Many, 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 many. Lots and lots and lots and lots. You don't get to take my money and get away with it. You don't. Not this time. So they're trying to frame me for this other murder. They wanted me to tan. They wanted me to, this other girl, they had some lady, like, because Charles GPS is my phone, they always know where I am. Get out of my phone. Your crime is stalking, hacking, peeping, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce, perjury, fraud upon a court, buying judges, buying cops, on and on. You got a long ass list, bitch. David, you too. Calvin. Make sure you can live with your choices. Make sure you can, because we all do. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours, and we have a court order and you don't. You reap what you sow. You already are. You already are. It didn't solve anything when you killed Lucky, did it? And we know you did. Use allegedly, apply the but for. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Fix my reputation before you start whining and crying about yours, young ladies, old ladies. Then apply but for, apply reasonable persons, prudent. Apply the but for standard, the reasonable prudent individual standard, which y'all can't do it because you got mental problems, and we talk above your head, I guess. You act like you have no idea what I'm saying. All of you. And we assert our constitutional rights, Charles. You're violating my rights. I'd like to kick your ass. If we hit you upside the face with a brick, upside the head with a brick, will that make you normal? Will that make you go be normal, Charles? What will make you normal? What words can we say that'll make you fuck off and stop raping me and get a life and get out of mine? What combination of words do I use, huh? So anyways, so they GPS my phone, and that's sarcasm, Matt. It's not to be taken literally. We have to explain everything because these guys are all like, literally they come up with these code words that are literally daycare. The Muffin Man, Hansel and Gretel, Pin the Tail on the Donkey, all this. I mean, we got their code words. Nobody has that. We have that. Yep. So we're all like, these guys they act like they're literally, like, mentally too. It's like trying to reason with a 2-year-old. I have no idea what you said. Telling my 2-year-old about what's college like. Here's how you drive. No idea what you just said. Yep. So they have some lady come up to me at Quick Trip. And this woman starts asking me very detailed questions about my hair color. Most people go, I like your hair. Where do you get your hair done? Not this one. What is the exact brand and color of hair that you dye your hair? And I'm looking at her like, you gotta be shitting me with this. And I go, I don't know. Whatever color, it's like I lied. I don't know. I just made shit up. And I'm like, the fuck in the world? They're trying to get me to tan. Well, they wanted my hair color, specifically the exact brand, so that they could tell the girl that actually did the murder to dye her hair the same color as mine. Because the witnesses were saying, yeah, these aren't the same people. Here's the differences. The hair color is one. Cynthia's skin is a whole lot lighter than hers. So we better get Cindy tanning. Did you put the girl on a diet too, Richard? Are we involved in that? I heard you were the one looking for my shoe print. And you were told, if he's having to... Because you guys were all, oh, she's uncooperative with the shoe print. Wow, we're going to cry. And the guy was like, I think it was one of my professors at school who you shouldn't be talking to. A lot of those guys are cops. The guy goes, well, here's the thing. You're harassing her. Because if you have to make her tan so that, you're altering what people look like here. If you have to make her tan and you have to get the other girl to dye her hair, you've eliminated Cynthia. You don't need her shoe print. You're just fucking with her. She didn't have to cooperate with that. And I don't, Richard. Are you doing that, Richard? Were you the one that gave my police report right over to the offender? We know you want me to go to my storage unit. Is there something in there and you needed me to go? My ex-husband took everything. I haven't even been to it yet. What did he take? Did you give him something to put in there? What did you give him? And you need me to go so you can say that I put it there? It was my trunk. Then we got you on that. So you couldn't get anything in my trunk. So now it's my storage unit. Duly noted for the record. We won't forget. Ever. We're saying it now. It's been documented now. We keep this shit. And if you have Alzheimer's, we don't. I'm not saying it after as an afterthought to explain something away. I'm saying it beforehand. And it's not the first time you've tried to frame me on a murder. Charles needs a smear campaign. He has worked tirelessly since he did the first one to do it again. So the guy's like, he blocked everybody from commenting on her. Here's the thing. My guys were talking to the judge, and they were like, he's trying to claim, first of all, he planned when she was in jail for the first false arrest, that, for the first false arrest, he was planning. We're going to send her home. We're going to harass the fuck out of her. Do things like try to frame her on a murder, wreck her car 5 times in 3 years, get her kicked out of her home 2, 3, 4 times. And when she tells on us, we're going to claim she's harassing us. Which you did in civil court twice. You lied. You committed perjury. You knowingly and willfully lied. And you make sure I'm never there to show that you're lying. And everybody notices that. Everybody notices that. Princess Prissy Pants. So, you're not fooling anybody. You live in crazy town, but everyone else doesn't. Everyone else is normal thinking, rational, reasonable, prudent, and you're not. And you can't keep up with us. You can't even begin to. So, you never think anything through. It's funny as fuck. It's so easy. It's not even fair. So what they did is then they did do that. They have done that. And they have fucked with me and fucked with me and fucked with me. So when we talk about it, we're documenting it just like she is right here. I need proof, she says. You got to get proof for court. You're going to jail. You got a criminal case. That's what these are. We can't wait. We're all sick of dealing with you. If it weren't international, you'd already be in jail. So we got Princess Prissy Pants thinks she is owed an explanation. She's not. She owes the victims of crime explanations. Did you want us to call you a girl? You act like a girl, we're going to call you a girl. And I'm not I'm not a lesbian. You need to find a lesbian. If you're going to grow up, go find a lesbian. You need to find somebody that's into girls. I'm not. I like dudes, men's men, like Fabian. Dude's a dude. And I like chivalrous men, not men who abuse women and children. Charles, shut the fuck up. Get out of my life. Get out of it, weirdo. Get the fuck out of it. So, you're not wanted. You're just some little pathetic little wannabe nothing. Ugh. You're so nasty. You're so fucking gross. And you're stalking, and you're raping, and you're peeping, and you're hacking, and you're coercing, and you were going to jail for that. This whole thing opened up on a human rights violation problem. You don't starve women and children and deprive us of our basic needs. Quality of life is very important, and you're depriving us of that. And that's what opened this up, David. So the guy's like, her Facebook and her business Twitter and her personal Facebook and all, the only ones on the motherfucking planet, there's no comments anywhere. There's no arguments. There's no discussions. There's nobody on Perry's side arguing with her or Michael Neely's side arguing with her, and there should be. And on the Will Smith thing arguing with her, there's nothing. There's a little bit more on my personal Facebook. Definitely prior to meeting Charles Perry, you can see a very big, huge difference in my communications with people from before I met him and after. So, you got some explaining to do to your jury, sir. I know you want everybody to explain something. Nobody owes you an explanation. And you're going to have to explain that to your jury and let them decide. So these guys were talking about it. Well, he's trying to gaslight her. So that's why he did that. Make sure nobody talks to her. Make sure she can't grow her business Twitter account. So what are you proving? You're proving our case. Thank you. You're not going to tell me what I think. I'll laugh at you. I'll tell you. What do you want me to say? Oh, I'll say I believe you. Will that make you shut up and go away? If I say, oh, I believe you. It's this. They tried to tell me. They tried to tell me at first with Michael Neely. We already knew he was drugged. I already said it. Our guys went over and asked. It wasn't on the docket till May. I said it in like January, March. I said it in January, but I said it more angrily I said it in January and more angrily in March to the Florida State's attorney. I'm going to tell you what's nice. The second time I'm going to get a little more firm. The third time, I'm going to verbally bitch slap your ass. You better pay attention, Fife. I mean, come on. So we already knew he was drugged. And it was confirmed on the docket in May. Mr. Perry, shut the fuck up, bitch. Get out of my computer. Sometimes he does. Sometimes when I start yelling at him, shut up, he'll shut up. I've never seen anybody just... Well, actually, I have. Watch this guy. Look how this guy acts. Like, she's saying, leave me alone. He's like, I want to talk to you. She's like, no, leave me alone. Over and over and over, she says the same fucking thing, just like we have to. We're talking above Perry's head. So, watch him. It's like nag. I mean, and everybody's like, oh my God, please shut the fuck up, bitch.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
No. Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why.
Okay, now watch this. Watch this crazy person.
This make you feel.
He makes absolutely no sense what he says. Like, makes no sense at all. It's like, you gotta be motherfucker, what the hell? Watch this. See if this sounds like a reasonable, prudent individual.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
I got scratches. I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave.
Perry always says, I got pictures of you. And I'm like, well, the allegations are stalking, sir. So, you got pictures of me, you're going to prove me out? She's telling the truth. He's got pictures of her. Well, I moved twice to get away from you. I don't have pictures of you. You disgust me. You make the hair on everybody's neck stand on end. You're a fucking weirdo. There's nothing there. You're a delusional wackadoo. So thanks for proving me out since you got pictures of me. That's what he's saying. I have pictures of you? Are you shitting me with this? Stalking is a felony in Oklahoma. For you, it's federal. Everybody knows I heard that too. She leans toward federal. Yeah, okay. Anyways, we'll leave it at that.
My family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that
a
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
Pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is that
a
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming.
That's Charles. Except Charles types it in my computer, which is creepier. Much, much creepier. And I'm like, nobody asked you what you think. Get out of my computer, hacker. Nobody fucking cares what you think. We're sick of saying that. I'm sick of saying that. No one cares what you think. Shut up. You weren't asked. No one cares what you think. Shut up. You weren't asked. When you go to jail, your jury will care. Then you tell them all how you feel and what you want. And you need a lie. Mr. Perry wants a lie. Princess Prissy Pants wants a lie. She can't get over it and move on like normal dudes. Guys with power, Charles, can't get over it and move on. Why can't you? 12 years. You're a rejected fail. You can't find a woman that likes you. You can't figure out how to get women to like you. And your crime is more caught than ever. And you act like you have no idea what's happening. You act like you have not a clue. So, when you do things women don't like, they're not going to like you. When you take people's homes and a life, David, you're going to get people that will fuck you up eventually. Did you really think you were going to do this forever and get away with it? What's the deal with John DeArmond? No, Tom DeArmond. You and I are talking in the club, and you acted like you did that. It's supposed to be an accident. Did you do that? Were you trying to make me feel intimidated? I mean, I haven't really said much about that, have I? So, you guys are organized crime. We get it. We're catching your crime. Nobody else has what we have. Nobody else has it. You're going to hit women, David, and does that make you feel like a tough guy? Guess what? You got 40 real guys that don't think it's cute, that are chivalrous, that have been telling me every fucking thing you guys say. You want to know where the title is to my car? You were talking about that this morning. Again. Because you've talked about that many times too. There's like, I don't know, a couple hundred of those recordings. Where's the title to her car? Where's she keep the title to her car? We gotta get her out of Oklahoma. But where I live is not really any of your business, is it? What do you care? What difference does it make to you? Here's the thing, when you leave people alone, they'll leave you alone. Nobody's picking a fight with you. And you're beating down women. Good God. What a weak piece of shit. What a fucking weak piece of shit. You're pathetic. All of you are pathetic. But this time when you do it to me, listen to the words I'm saying, David. We think you're the smart one. We'll see now. We're going to find out right now. Are you or not? Do you have the same mental problem Charles has? Are we talking above your head? When you fuck with me, you get caught. Every fucking time. How many recordings do we have of you, David, going at my car? You and Calvin. How many do we have? You were calling around looking to buy them. Nobody will tell you who has them. Why is that? Because everybody's sick of you. Sick and tired of you. So yesterday was emotional for me. We hear Chief Franklin is up talking about this shooter things yesterday. And he says, had the officers not gone in, the guy would have kept shooting. Yes, Chief Franklin, absolutely. So when your guys, your officers hand over my police report right to the offender who then obstructs justice and I lose my evidence, you can't rule out foul play. You can't do it. So that guy's still shooting. And every time we find out what they're trying to do, that's like a 911 call to my guys. He's shooting at her. He's hurting her. You got to stop this guy. And on a case by case basis, most times they do. Most times they do. We're humans. We got about 98% of it before they do it. And I promise you, I'd be dead. I would be fucking dead as a doornail. Had other police from somewhere else not told me right after they found out Mike was drugged, and I said something about it, or I start talking about it, and guess what organized crime did? Organized crime got all, oh God, we gotta kill her. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's what smart organized crime would have done. Don't kill me. Then that makes you look guilty. We've got reporter says that. Had they done what she said, give it back and get the fuck out. Perry's offering me a bribe. I'll give you whatever you want if you lie. And I'm like, no, you owe me a legit debt, bitch. Give that back and you get the hell out of my life. And I never hear from you again. Yeah, had they done that in March 2020, and she still said they killed Chief Miller, somebody killed Chief Miller, it wasn't Mike. You can't beat somebody to death and have nothing on you. And you really can't do it while you're sleeping. So, and I had just filed a car vandalism complaint 6 days later. Didn't know who did it, but it might be them. Probably it is. My guess is it's them. Because David Robertson has his people staying 3 doors down. And the powder in my trunk is in that room 3 doors down. So, but I don't know. You're the cops investigating. I mean, we don't know. Nobody saw who did it. So, at this point, I'm telling you, it's likely they did it. But that doesn't mean they did it. Could have been random. Anything's possible. We got to find out what happened. That's what cops do. They figure out that here's what happened. That's what they do. That's their job. That's what the taxpayers pay them for, right? Everybody's screaming and yelling, let's defund the police. You know why? Citizens get frustrated with us paying our tax dollars for cops that don't do the fucking job, and they fail us. And so you had people screaming and yelling, we don't need them. We'll figure out a different system. We do actually need them. But here's the thing. There's good cops and bad cops, just like anything else. Good doctors, bad doctors. So, but you know, my fear is that, I mean, there's 40 of good ones helping me right now, or I'd be dead. So I don't want them defunded, do I? Well, what do you do when, you know, why do we talk differently about police than any other profession? You know, every profession has good and bad. Yin and yang. That's the way life is. The bad makes you appreciate the good a whole lot more. So here's the deal. So after that, if you're organized crime and you're smart organized crime, what you do is, we can't kill Cynthia. That looks too fishy. She just said we did that murder. We kill her. It looks like we did do that murder. And the reporter's like, had she continued to assert that they killed Chief Miller, if they had done what she said, we'd be like, no, she's wrong, if not crazy. They helped Mike get home. She's doing good. So there's no reason to think that. But they didn't. What they did is they did everything one does when one looks guilty. She's broke. They're trying to starve her into a lie, just like she says. They keep hitting her fucking car. And Mike has not a mark on him. And again, we got now 4 court proceedings she's not in. Willful concealment of a material fact. That chick knows. She knows something, or they'd let her in court. You can't play Candyland against yourself, Princess Prissy Pants, and then claim you won. I'll play myself at Candyland and then tell everybody how I won. I beat myself. And you think everybody's going to go, oh God, what a wonderful, oh, you're so successful. Whoa, we worship you. We going to kiss your ass. You won. What? We're all laughing. We're like, I don't know what to say to that. Okay, here's what smart organized crime would have done, David. If you're smart, you don't go after the witness. You don't do that. What you do is, they just did a meth bust. You get one of those bitches and you frame him. It's that. It's part of that. And you put that guy in jail. Somebody that's got a sheet a mile long and probably did something and got away with it, and it wouldn't hurt if he's the one in jail. And the thing is though, TPD, when you had you walked into this active shooter situation and you grab some random guy and you throw him in the back of the car, and the shooter's still shooting, isn't he? Yeah, you got more dead people. I mean, this is common sense. So it hurt us yesterday to hear why don't Chief Miller and Mike Neely matter? They matter to us. Why don't they matter to you? It hurt us. We're hearing this talk that should have been said about Lucky and Mike. Those are cop family. That's cop family. I'm from 4 generations of cop. It doesn't get any more cop family than me. I took it very seriously. I just walked away from my house. I'm homeless. That's my punishment for taking up for a cop family. Because it's unimaginable to me that you don't do that. You absolutely do that. You don't leave him behind. So I'd rather walk away from my house. I can get a different one later. I don't need the house. I'm not going to lie for these bitches. I'm not doing it. And if they were good at organized crime, they would have grabbed some dude from that meth bust like you just did and framed that guy and been done with it. She can't blame y'all if you got somebody else. And you can't look more guilty going at her. You guys like looking guilty. I don't even know what to say to that. It's like you even suck at being a fucking mafia. You suck at it. So, it's no surprise that we get information, boom, just like that very easily. It's not a surprise at all. We're talking above your head, David. Are we talking above your head? You wanted me to go to the storage unit, duly noted for the record. You're trying to use Facebook and Twitter to interfere with commerce, Charles. You're interfering with commerce and contracts, which is civil, unless you're using it to coerce me. And then all of a sudden it's criminal. Racketeering, RICO Act violation after RICO Act. So you guys explain all that to your jury, and, good luck to you on that. I'm going to go over the McNamara email real quick. Okay, this is sent October 29, 2015. He's going to arrange a false arrest, which he did. I filed a police report after they're trying to kill me. And a week later, I'm arrested for filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. Charged in Texas, not Oklahoma. Keep in mind, I'd left Lubbock 2-3 years before. November 2013, I did. But they did exactly what this email says. So then I'm like, well, I told you so. You have to file a police report to get a protective order in Oklahoma. You have to. Judge Irick, I went and I tried to get a protective order and forgot the police report. Judge Irick ruled, I got to deny you. You got to bring the report. I had the case number. I had the officer's name that I filed it with. He said that's not good enough. Marler versus Clower. You got to do it. I got to see the actual police report. It's the law. Charles knew that. That was in May 2015. Then there's this. He starts threatening to arrange a false arrest. August 2015, 2 cops come in and tell me at Sensations, that senator that's stalking you told us to just find something to arrest you. And we were like, no. That's not why we signed up to be police. But that doesn't mean he won't find some sick little bitch that'll do it for him. Be careful. Watch yourself. There's corrupt cops. We're not. But we came in here to tell you. You got to watch out. That's his goal. That's his agenda. Fraud upon the court, Mr. Perry, means you go into court and you lie. You misrepresent material facts. So there was never a political vendetta. He doesn't matter to me. I helped him get elected. I've been in politics all my life. So I already had people to call if I needed something, and I didn't do Texas legislation. Didn't do government reform on Texas legislation. So there was no argument. There's no emails. There's no arguments. There's no tweets. Because there was no argument. I'm very vocal. If you piss me off, you're going to know you pissed me off. That's what these podcasts are. You piss me off, I talk about it. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. My granddad was the power in the town where I grew up. Okay? You put your pants on one leg at a time. Power is in service. You put your pants on one leg at a time just like everybody else. You guys are mafia and you suck at it. Because if you were smart, when I started saying, I think they killed Lucky, and Mike was drugged, he slept through the whole damn thing, you would have grabbed up one of those bitches from the meth bust Lucky just did. And this was retaliation for that. And left me out of it completely. Then it would have been very difficult for me to say they killed Lucky. Because I filed the vandalism complaint. Because now it looks like not only did you do the murder, you did the vandalism, and you did the murder to cover up the vandalism. Because the vandalism would have shown you committed perjury in the state case. Because you had just gone into court without me there. Oh, we're not doing that. Judge, we're not doing that to her. We're not stalking. Yep, okay. Good, I have evidence that you are. You're full of shit. Charles, nobody believes a word you say. I know that you think they do. A lot of people don't want to waste their time with you. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to be threatened and harassed. They don't, I don't want him to do to me what he did to Cynthia and Mike and Lucky. If there weren't cops, told the police right after that, telling me he's just talking to a hitman. They think they found a hitman that can kill you and it not be linked to them. So they told the hitman, we're going to stage a medical emergency. She's going to help. And then they're going to say, well, the guy that you helped has a virus. You need this shot or you'll get it too. And the hitman said, I heard the recording, Charles. The hitman said, what if she won't take the shot? And you said, make sure she takes the shot. Tell her she'll die if she doesn't take the shot. Only the shot would have killed me dead. So I didn't go to work, and I told everybody on the planet, this is what he's trying to do to me. There's a recording. Who has that recording? David. Same thing. I mean, come on. You're not fooling anybody. Nobody believes you. And if it weren't, told the police, for those guys finding that out, I'd been dead. I'd have gone to work. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known any better. I would have gone to work. I would have done exactly what they said. I would have said, okay, I'll take the shot. And I would be dead. You got an active shooter. He's still killing people. Or trying to. It's organized crime, I guess. How many times has David called and threatened you? I paid you. You better do what I say. Just find something to put her in jail. Get her out of Oklahoma. How many times have you called them and said that? David, did I hear that recording too? You bribing cops in Tulsa? You threatening them? I don't know. I'm asking you. You tell us. Is that information true or not? Yep, we heard they put the money. Charles was complaining. I paid $25 million and I didn't get a cover up. I'm mad about it. I bribed everybody. I think when I was in Manford, it was $15 million. Paid to Creek County and Sapulpa. And you called over there and you were mad. I've paid upwards of $15 million and I'm not getting my cover up. You guys aren't lying enough for me. And so, actually, sir, what we heard happened, was that you bribed Tulsa police, you bribed Sapulpa police, you bribed Creek County Sheriff's Department and Tulsa County Sheriff's Department. And they put the money in evidence. And you didn't like that you didn't get your cover-up, so you had it stolen back. You have the money. What are you worried about? What are you worried about, Charles? I mean, come on with this. So, this email right here basically says everything he's done. He's still trying to do it. He just goes at it a different angle. And I'm the Jenga piece. And you guys have no idea what that means, do you? Yep, it's so easy. It's not even fair. I mean, I don't know what to say. Here's the thing. When you fuck with me, though, you get caught. First time that's ever happened. You're seeing things happen we've not seen before. And here's weird Charles. Let's do it more. When he pesters her. His guy said this. I'm quoting his guy. When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Perry's like, let's do it more. Let's do it more. Let's do that more then. Okay, everybody, hey, let's do it more. And we're like, oh my God, it's so easy. It's not even fair. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's sick of you, Charles. Everybody's sick and tired of you. So, when we find out, when we get something like this, there's a recording that goes with this email, David. This is a 911 call, TPD. This is a 911 call right here. This thing I just heard Charles Perry say he's going to do to her disturbed me so badly. It's made me very uncomfortable. I feel like I'm going to vomit, and the hair on the back of my neck stood on end. And so I'm going to report this. So here it is. And there's hundreds of them, thousands of them. And they're calling around trying to find out who has them. We want to destroy that evidence too. That's kind of our thing. We destroy evidence. Yeah, you got problems explaining. Point out for me the injuries on him that look like he was in any fight at all. He's got a red swollen right hand because he's got an IV needle in it, Detective Fife. Look at him. This is an officer down. So when I'm hearing of the danger, these guys are heroes. These guys, blah, blah. They get to go home to their families. He did not. And he ran into the danger. And he didn't get to go home to his family. Nor did Chief Miller. I want to see Lucky's autopsy photos. I want to see them, Chief Franklin. I want to go over them with you. I want you to look at them with me. And I want you to look at pictures of Mike with me. And Sherlock it and then do the right thing. If you're willing to do that, I would like you to do that. I want to see Lucky's autopsy photos. I want to look at, because I'm guessing that Mike Neely's hands should have looked like Chief Miller's face. And I want you, Chief Franklin, to defend your fellow officers the same way you did yesterday. There's an active shooter, and he's still shooting. And you had two officers, fellow officers, run into the danger and didn't go home to their families. And there are cops from someone else that have kept me alive, but they don't want anyone to know who they are. Right now, you got something in your own backyard that it would be very nice if you would provide an assist with it. And I can't tell you a whole lot about it, but I can tell you this. I need you to go over those autopsy photos with me and this. And I need you and Steve Kunzweiler to do the right thing and help me get this guy home. He didn't get to go home to his family. And I heard what you said yesterday, and I wept. I couldn't handle it. This is all wonderful. But what about these two? They matter too. Why don't they matter to you? They matter to me. I sleep. I can't. I wake up every morning and go to sleep every night and eat and drink all fucking day. How do we get him home? It never goes away. It won't go away. And he was trying to help me not die. And I live in Oklahoma. I've lived in Oklahoma for 8 years. I come from cop, 4 generations of police. Please have some empathy. Stop trying to frame me for something. I'm not the bad guy. Everybody knows that. If I did something, murder, I'd already be in jail. My guys would have put me in jail. And I wouldn't be hearing about how we're trying to frame Cindy. Let's get our cigarettes. to where I knew to fuck with them and change up the brand. Which brand was I smoking on the night in question? Guess what? On the night in question, I look like I look and she looked like she looked. The offender, the actual girl that did it, quite a bit heavier than me, darker brown hair, blonde but browner, darker shade than mine, darker skin. We look like we look on that night. And what do you want me to go to my storage unit for? Come on with this. I mean, come on, the fuck on with this. So if I know about it beforehand, there's a reason for that. I didn't do it. It's another, Charles is still trying to do another version of the McNamara email yet again. And your gaslighting just pisses me off, David. Doesn't work. I know exactly what I think. I know exactly what's happening. If you were good at being in the mafia, David, you'd have picked off some guy from the meth bust like you did and framed him. And that would have kept you out of it and me out of it. It would hold just something not linked to you. That's like you guys like to do this stuff. And it's not. We got to make sure it's not linked to us. I heard that recording a bunch of times. This guy didn't kill. He wasn't in a fight. You can't look like that and beat somebody to death. You can't do it and do it while you're sleeping. It's like you guys think that I have special powers from the aliens of Roswell, and I sprinkled some special powers on Michael Neely, and when he came to take my report, I spit a little alien dust on him, and then magically, while he's asleep with his ass, he caused blunt force trauma to the head, extensive damage over his head, neck, and face, and internal decapitation. Magic Mike right there, with his ass, did that. What the fuck? Yep, nope, that's not what happened. What happened is, you went in there, you drugged Mike, Lucky was asking you, when he passed out, what did you give him? And that's when the fight ensued. Mike slept through the whole thing. He passed out. You gave him opioids. That's your thing. You like drugs and syringes, poison. That's the thing, Chief Franklin. They don't use a gun. They use syringes. They use poison, arsenic, opioids, shit like that. Different kind of weapon. Harder to catch. You got to be smarter than the bad guy. You got to be smart enough to go, this is it's easy to catch a guy with a gun shooting everybody. It's harder to catch a guy that's killing people just the same. You still got a dead body. You still got a dead cop not going home to his family. He used a different weapon. He used, opioids. And we said it before. Everybody else said it. We said it before. Everybody else said it. He's still shooting. You know what? Had you arrested him when I filed the first police report, or at least on the obstruction of justice, you did the connect the dots the way they tell you to do it on that video, then we wouldn't have him. He wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have there wouldn't be a dead Lucky and an almost dead framed Mike and an almost dead framed Cynthia. Preserving life. That's all that matters to me. I'm not trying to pick a fight with Tulsa police. I didn't come here to pick a fight with anybody. Preserving life, that's all that matters to me. And this is an officer down in need of assist, and I eat, drink, and sleep. Get him home. Get him home. All day. First thing I would think of when I wake up in the morning, and the last thing I think of when I go to bed. I want him home to his wife and son. That's all I think about. It's a cop family thing. I don't know. I was taught right. My granddad instilled some very strong morals and ethics and values in me. So you can gaslight the fuck out of me. I don't care. I'm going to laugh at you, stupid. That didn't work on me. How much money did you waste paying some guy to say whatever weirdo thing to me that doesn't even make sense? Oh my God. These people are fucking ridiculous with this gaslighting bullshit. And what happened is now you can't claim that even if I was some Looney Tune that just harasses you, rather than this being what it really is, which is documenting your crime for your criminal case. Now, where's the injury if you make sure nobody sees it but your people? Yeah, there's not one. So you shot yourself in the foot on that one. You always do. The plans of the wicked will come to nothing. God will work out his plans for my life. And the wind and the waves still obey his commands. Ultimately, it's him you're dealing with, not me. Right? Mother Teresa had a great poem. She said something like, if you build it, they'll destroy it. Build it anyway. And she's got several things that she says. Because at the end of the day, it's not between you and them, it's between you and God. And it is. Rick Perry says life is lessons and tests. It's actually, at the end of the day, what did we do to our fellow man that now we got to sit down and have a talk with God about? I believe God. Some people do, some people don't. Some people believe in a higher power, or Charles and these guys are all occult. I guess they serve Satan. I don't know, but I believe God. But, even Satanists believe God. Even Satanists believe in God, because God's the enemy, right? He's your competitor. Yep, okay. So, I believe God, and I believe at the end of the day, we got to answer for what we do. And so, we're going to have things happen to challenge us, and we rise to the occasion, or we fail. And sometimes when we fail, we might have to retake the test. Oprah Winfrey said, life is going to bring you a lesson, and life will whisper it in your ear. And if you don't learn it, it's going to come back with a suit and tie on with a vengeance. You're going to learn a damn lesson. The thing will keep coming back to you and keep coming back to you and keep coming back to you until you learn it. I have it. Everyone has it. You have it. So, when you build it, they'll destroy it. Build it anyway. Because at the end of the day, we got to talk to God about it. How do we treat our brothers and sisters, our fellow humans? Were we people who lifted the burden, lifted the heavy, relieved the suffering, or were we people that caused it? Were we people that caused it, imposed and burdened everybody else? Charles, that's you. And that's why you're told on all the time, everybody hates your guts. You and David and Cal, everybody hates your guts. Hates you with a vengeance. And so it's not that hard to get information. Everybody wants you to go away. Go the fuck away. What's it like to be that guy? What's it like to be that guy? Everybody's praying to God. Help us get the one thing we need so they're gone. If I have to hear Charles Perry's voice one more time, I swear to God, I might kick his teeth out. That's just sarcasm, Matt. It's not meant literally. Nobody's going to kick his teeth out. It's not meant literally. They go, oh, she made a threat. No, it's just, people say that. I'd like to slap the fuck out of that guy. They're not going to go slap the fuck out of that guy. And everybody knows it. These guys, you have to explain the metaphors to them. And it's just sarcasm. I don't mean I'm going to actually go literally do that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You have to explain everything to these people. And Charles has no fucking idea what I just said this whole time. I promise you. He won't. He and David, neither one. They won't act like they have no idea what I just said. Not a clue. But if we know something beforehand, we keep it. We don't forget it. It's documented. It's going to be used in court. Some of it's already used in court to get or whatever they use to do, get investigatory orders and shit. You invade my privacy. They invade yours. They have a court order. You don't. You reap what you sow. That's life. Karma. Karma is in all religions. At the end of the day, you got to talk to God. What'd you do with your time on earth? Did you fuck people over? Or were you someone that relieved the suffering from those who did? But I know what I want to be. I want that guy home that's going to relieve suffering. He didn't do it. He's sitting in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And I guess somebody was telling him, you can tell when she's catching them on stuff. They go, toss Mike's cell. I don't know what to say to that. You can tell. You go, boy, you can tell. I guess it was an Escambia deputy. Boy, you can tell when Cynthia's catching them on shit. They start tossing. Everybody wants Mike's cell tossed. Charles, you are pathetic. I don't even have words for you. Listen, bitch, don't contact me again. You're getting told on because everybody's sick of you. Sick and tired of you and David and Cal, all three. You just go, why don't you go? You can't even do mafia right. Good Lord. So, whatever you do, and I'm talking about it, we find out beforehand, please know, you do have to explain that to your jury, and then they decide what to do with it. Okay, David? Act like you know what I'm saying. We thought you were the smart one. We all know Charles, he's got Huntington's or something, and he needs to be in a nursing home, a fucking nursing home or something. So, but you, are all you like that? We're tired of this. Hair on the back of my neck stands on end when those guys walk in. We hear that a lot. What is it like to be that guy? Not loved, not wanted. You're not on a real date. 12 years, you're a rejected fail. Everybody wants to barf when you walk in the room. What's it like to be that guy, Charles? You know, when you do the same thing every day, you're going to get the same results. Are you getting what you want? You don't have a date. You don't have a cover-up. There's no possibility of either one of those. So what is your goal? You just like pestering people all day? I don't know. I'm done.